Welcome back to Cha Fishing. This adventure was down to Hunter Springs Kayaks, just north of Tampa, near the Three Sisters Springs. We got our wetsuits on and took our little safety video. It was really awesome and comfortable. Everybody was super nice and supportive. Great little shop here for any kind of needs and Manatee gifts. Really highly recommend it. If you've never done anything like this before, this was our first experience, and everybody there was so nice and super accommodating. It was really enjoyable. Now, they are located in Crystal River, Florida, and there are a lot of things to do here. There's kayaking, there's paddle boarding, there's the snorkel guided tour like we're doing here. We're walking over to the docks from the shop, so make sure you bring some shoes to walk in. It's not terrible distance, but you do have to do a little bit of walking. But it's great because you're getting information about what we're going to do and a little bit of the area. And these folks are here to raise awareness for conservation. So super enjoyable. Now, I know it goes without saying, but manatees don't exactly stay in the same spot all the time. So, while we were rolling around, Captain was giving us some information on tides and patterns, and we learned a little bit about where manatees go and why they go to certain places, and how the local ecology works, and why it's important that we learn about this and spread information to further conservation. Really neat. Something else I wasn't prepared for was how much grass was growing here. Super enjoyable cruise, even if we had never found any manatees. This was September, so it was a little bit still on the warmer side. During the winter, the manatees will come all back through here, but they do have a local population that stays all year round. So you can go see manatee just about any time of the year, but it was really awesome to just roll around in the backwaters. As we came around the corner, we found this group of tour that had found a manatee earlier in the morning, and they were just wrapping up. Our captain confirmed that with their captain that we could pull up and get in the water. Alex went ahead and took the charge to get in the water. He was pretty eager to do so, and the water was still pretty comfortable. So, not cold, not hot, but definitely appreciated the wetsuit, that's for sure. Now that everybody's in the water and bumping into each other, if when you go on this tour, just understand everybody's looking down, everybody's excited. If you get a foot in the face, it's not intentional. You'll notice that everybody's using their hands kind of to use that swimming motion and floating on the back part of their body. That's a lot easier to deal with than everybody kicking and fins and everything else. So there she is. That is our sea cow. one of the things that you learn early on is that we're not here to chase the sea cow. We're just here to observe. Look at her walking on the floor there. Super awesome. You'll notice the little black spots actually on all over the body. Those are little hairs that are feeling the water, checking out, giving early warning detection and such. If we were really bothering her, she would have plenty of notice and awareness to get out of there. So we're just chilling, hanging out over, watching her, and she's just circling this whole area. So we're not there chasing them. We're just hanging out. And as a matter of fact, whenever you see somebody freeze, that means the manatee's really close to them, and we don't want to make any sudden movements to disturb those little hairs and make her alarmed. So really important that you follow the instructions there. Look at the size of her eyes. Good T-pose there. I think that means that the manatee was close. Yep, really close. Good job, Cha-Cha. So I got a little distracted. Check out this sheepshead here. He's just cruising, chilling. I haven't seen a sheepshead so far away from structure. I know some docks locally, around, but this is out kind of in the middle of a little bit of an area, so it's not a stretch to find him here. But I kind of wiggle my finger and say, "Whoa, T-pose, freeze!" Oh, you see all those hairs? Yeah. They'll sneak up on you before you can sneak up on them. Yeah, I was super proud of my kids and my family. Actually, our whole group did a really great job this day of just chilling, hanging out, not scaring the manatee or thrashing about. So she stuck around a good while munching, and it's just super enjoyable with a good group of folks that follow the rules. And you should too when you go. Hey, so if you're looking for a fender, I found one. I don't think the owner's coming back for it. And this little guy was pretty cool. Most sea life and well, life back here in these springs are pretty used to humans, but if you get terribly close, they'll scoot off. But honestly, it's pretty cool to see. Now, once the area we were in got a little bit too silty, we would move around, and eventually she would still circle around and keep eating. But this is a good example of what I was talking about. Everybody kind of gets at some points on top of each other. And Michael's doing a good job there with 8 foot in his face, not freaking out, not making too much commotion. So super proud of him for that. So listen really close to the munching here. Pretty cool. You can actually hear her munching. Hey, grab pot too. If you come back with that fender, don't mind picking that up too. Okay. Nobody would mind, I'm sure. Hey, shiny things, by the way, catch my eye. Saw this thing out of the corner and swam over to him. Looking at it, I said, man, it looks pretty fresh. Looks pretty new. It doesn't look too heavy. I bet you I can get that. So yeah, let me try it. I bet you I can get that. I'll be the hero. It doesn't look like it's connected here. I don't see a line, so I'll just swim it on up to the surface and be the hero. So yeah. Then I looked up and realized I may not have should have done that, but well, heck, I'm already committed. So I pulled myself up to the boat and say, hey, look what I found for you. He said, yeah, thanks, guy. That's mine. I'm gonna put it back now. Thanks. So I should just go back to looking at wildlife and things. Not really my finest moment, but it was all right. He thought it was funny. Now these mullet, these were like my kinfolk back in the 80s with the super mullet, man. These mullet were huge. The cab told us that this was actually the spring in this area that was called Catfish Hole. I didn't see any catfish this day except for in another channel, but just sitting over top of this was really cool because the water coming out of it was cold, but also it would push you away. So we all thought, hey, it'd be kind of neat to see how far we can get down because the current was so strong pushing out of it. It's really something to experience. It may not look like much, but you know, Alex thought he'd take a try. And really, it just takes all you can to get down there, fighting that current. It's a pretty neat experience. So my buddies, mullet buddies here, decided to take me over to the rest of the family, and On the way, I saw something shiny out of the corner of my eyes, so I figured I like shiny. There's just so much life in these springs and in these backwaters, and it's just really a good reminder that we need to make sure that we are taking the appropriate steps to make sure our trash and our waste fluids and even medicines don't end up in water pollutant. It's just really cool to see, and this is the best way, I think, to get your kids involved in understanding about how pretty our world is and how important it is to be a good steward. It's a good, responsible, and enjoyable thing to do. Well, it was my turn to head down, and without the fins, it is a little bit of a task to get down there with a dolphin kick, and I didn't want to go down and touch the wood, so got close, came back up. It was pretty impressive, the force coming out of the spring, though. Well, with the day wrapping up, we headed back over to the boat and cruised back to the dock. It was a lot of fun. So we highly recommend checking out Hunter Springs Kayaks in Crystal River, Florida. You and your family will have a great time. It's not expensive at all, and they take great care of everybody that's on their trips. Give them a call, look them up on the internet, and you won't regret it. Check the link in the description below, and thanks for watching.